Hi everyone, how you doing? Today's video is how to prevent a second heart attack. And yeah, I'm still wearing my Manchester City top even though we got beat last night. What can I say? I'm a loyal supporter. But basically, how can you prevent a second heart attack? Well, in fairness, you probably can't prevent a second heart attack. If you're going to have a second heart attack, you're going to have one. So you're probably saying, why am I saying, how can you prevent a second heart attack? Well, you can do your best to prevent a second heart attack. After the first heart attack, depending whether you get stents or whether you get a triple bypass, take it easy in the first sort of couple of weeks. And your first year is the most important in preventing a second heart attack. The first year is whenever you have to sort of discipline yourself and realize that you have to change things in your life. Well, the first thing you have to change is, if you smoke, stop smoking. If you drink, drink in moderation. I think I've all told you before. I mean, I've had a heart attack 13 years ago. My father died at 46. Now, my father had high blood pressure when he was like 35 and so on. And he didn't do anything really to prevent himself having a heart attack. He actually continued to smoke. And back in the sort of late 60s, 70s, if you were smoking back then, it wasn't like cigarettes now, which are dangerous enough. It was the likes of Woodbine and cigarettes like that don't have a tip in the end. And plus he drank whiskey quite heavy, and he didn't do any exercise, so he didn't do himself any favours, Anyway, back to preventing yourself from a second heart attack. When you get out of the hospital, give yourself a couple of weeks and then, definitely make a routine for your medicine. Buy one of the wee boxes if you can. I have the monthly one, but you can get the weekly one as well. Just put all your medicine into the wee box. And it makes it handier in the morning. When you come down, you can't be bothered taking a tablet out of each box. I have 4 or 5 tablets to take. So you just flick the wee plastic, and you take your medicine. Always take your medicine, especially the aspirin and the other medicine too, because it regulates your heartbeat and it keeps your blood pressure down. The main thing is to keep your blood pressure down, because high blood pressure is what gives you a heart attack basically. And another thing that does give you a heart attack is being overweight. And being overweight, whenever you actually think about it, and you have a good look at people that are sort of in their late 80s and sort of 90s, you don't see many old obese people. Or maybe I'm just imagining it, but I just don't see many old obese people about. So do watch your weight. It's something I've sort of let go over the last year, especially with the lockdown. I haven't been out sort of walk. I was going to say run. I don't really run at my age now, but I am a good walker and I enjoy a cycle. And I enjoy going for a leisurely swim, and I'm very fond of the rowing machine. But in all those exercises, I do take it easy. I don't really exert myself. I do a bit of weights as well. Believe it or not, I've been told that, if you're preventing a second heart attack, you need to get the old boy, built up again. You need to strengthen the muscle. If you're going to take a heart attack, which when I took my first heart attack, I was actually quite fit. So the muscle was strong in my heart. If your muscle's not strong, you're going to give yourself a bad chance of surviving a heart attack. So build that muscle up, get wee small weights and, lift the weights. And as you do that, you're strengthening your body, your whole body, not just your heart, but do get yourself fit. At night time, go out for a wee walk. You don't have to go far, I mean, the recommendation is that you do like 30 minutes a day, every day of the week. And if you do that, it's going to reduce your chance of a second heart attack by 46. That's almost 50% when you think about it, so you can't be bad to that. Even if you go round to the shop or something like that and get your shopping or whatever at the shop, and then just go for, walk home the long way. Don't take the car, and then just walk around the block a wee bit for about 15 minutes. And then later on in the day, go out and do another 15 minutes. And that's your half hour done. Or get yourself a rowing machine for the house, and if you're watching TV or you're watching a football match, just row away, watching the match, and then don't get too excited if the team scores. Unfortunately, my team didn't score last night, so I would have just been rowing away. But exercise bike as well. I have an exercise bike. I don't like it. It's very, very boring. Cycling's okay when you're outside, but if you're just cycling in the house, it's boring as anything. The food you eat as well. I don't really eat as much now. Well, I mean, I eat every day, but if I'm having a meal at night time now, I sort of don't have the fatty food that I used to have before. The likes of bacon and so on and sausages, I'm not really keen on. And I don't know, I mean, it's the likes of a burger or something like that. You can treat yourself the odd time, don't do without completely. But if you like, if you are actually grilling bacon and you actually see the fat that comes out of bacon, it's unbelievable. And if you consider that's going down into your body, so you got to be careful what you eat. I mean, there's plenty of things on what do you call it, Google and so on. You can just Google best diets for a heart, and you get free printouts and stuff like that. I mean, I've printed out loads of stuff. So my diet is mainly chicken and fish these days, and I take a bit of eggs. I mean, they say eggs are bad for your heart. They're not really. Eggs are actually quite good for you. But my main diet consists of chicken and fish. I take my tablets daily. I make sure I have plenty of water in me. Always stay hydrated. There's a lot of people now, especially sort of, it could have been why I had my heart attack on a Sunday morning, because I was drinking that Saturday night. And many people start drinking on a Saturday at, lunchtime, and then they drink through the night, and then they go to bed. And what they don't realise is their body is completely dehydrated. When your body is that much dehydrated, your blood pressure is going to shoot through the roof. And then once your blood pressure is high, that's when you're going to take a heart attack. High blood pressure, heart attack. I think that's one of the things why they say, too much alcohol is bad for the heart. It's not the actual alcohol itself. It's the fact that the alcohol higher your blood pressure and sort of does specific, things to your body. It's not drinking too much alcohol that does it. It's the fact that if you drink too much of it, it's going to higher your blood pressure. So, if you're going to take a wee drink, just take 1 or 2 glasses of red wine or 1 pint or something like that there when you're watching the match, and that's basically it. I mean, they're all simple things that you do to improve your chances of not having a second heart attack and, prevent a second heart attack. I hate that saying, but I'm going to say it. I'm sorry, folks. It's not rocket science. It really isn't rocket science. It's easy, but people are so, it's like myself. I'm quite similar in the fact that I started off with good intentions, lost 1.5 stone in the first year, didn't drink alcohol in the first year, and then slowly as things progressed, and I sort of thought, well, I've gone the first year. You Google and you see things like most people will have a second stent, or they could suffer a heart attack in the first year. I think they were giving odds of about 25% and stuff like that. And, coming off of stuff that a stent would last 5 years. But it'll last much longer than that. I've had mine 13, and I know people that have had them 20 to 30 years. So, it's all figures, and it's all how you look after yourself. Basically, that's what you do to prevent a second heart attack. You follow the rules. We've all been following the rules now in lockdown. We've had no choice. So, what's more important, getting out the door in lockdown where you've been obeying the rules, or obey simple rules to prevent a second heart attack? And they are simple rules, and they're not even taking up much of your time. You take your tablets in the morning. How hard is that? How hard is that? You pick up a packet of cigarettes if you're a smoker. It even says on the side, smoking kills. It's there in broad daylight for you to see. Smoking kills. You've had a first heart attack. Do you want to have a second one by keeping on smoking? Throw that packet away. Give yourself so many years of life for both you and your family. You don't need to smoke. Just cut it out. Exercise. You don't have to be an Olympian or anything like that there. You just need 30 minutes a day. That's what the health people advise. That you exercise for 30 minutes a day. Now, is that asking too much for you to exercise 30 minutes a day? I mean, you can do that in the house. I mean, you can walk around the shop and then take the long way back to your house, and you can near enough get 25 minutes exercise there. It's simple, and then strengthen your heart. get sort of women can get the wee plastic ones, and men can get wee small weights, and you're not straining yourself. You're just lifting the weights. Do about 10 minutes a day, and strengthen your heart, things like that. Join a gym, go swimming. I like a swim now, but you got to be very careful in everything after a heart attack. And excuse me, folks. When I go for a swim, it's just a leisurely swim. I'm not sort of trying to go up and do sort of strokes like that there, going past people. I'm just taking the time, and you can feel it. And when I get out of the swimming baths, I feel better for it, both physically and mentally. It's a great exercise. And just when I said the word mentally there, no, I'm not mental. I'm not going that, I'm not mental. Your health, mental health, is another thing and a factor of a second heart attack. You've got to get your mind mentally right, and try to think of the positive things in life. Sort of set yourself targets, and if you're sort of like well, I'm 14 stone 5 ounces at the moment, and my first target now is to try and get under 14 stone. So if I get just 13 stone, 13 pound, that's going to really encourage me to then try and get under 13 stone. And I know I can do it, because obesity is a main factor in a heart attack, especially a second heart attack. So you really do need to lose a bit of weight. So, get yourself a healthy lifestyle. And, if I don't know if you're with Amazon or you got Kindle or whatever, but you see the number of free books I've got with heart recipes on Kindle. It's unbelievable. And I mean, there's nobody likes anything better free than myself. I love free. Things are better when they're free. And, you get all the information. You can get all that on Amazon. If you have an account in Amazon and you have a Kindle, just get all these free recipes. Start eating better. Start looking after yourself. As I say, hydration. Be careful, that you don't go without water. When you wake up in the morning, have a glass of water first thing. During the day, a couple of glasses of water every hour or so. Not too much, just a nice wee glass of water. And you see, before you go to bed at night, take a glass of water before you go to bed, because health authorities have also said that if you take a glass of water before you go to bed at night, that also reduces your risk of having a heart attack, because it doesn't make the blood as thick. And obviously thick blood, that's where the plaques would come in, bust away, and then you take a clot, and then you take a heart attack. But if you follow everything that I've said now, and I mean, I'm not a doctor, so it's not doctor's advice, but I call myself a survivor. I'm a heart survivor. We all are. I would say if you're watching this, you're a heart survivor. So if you follow those simple rules, and they are simple, and I'm not sort of saying, you have to do this, you have to do that. They're just simple, simple wee things in life. It's like I went to my doctor and I said, because I'd been drinking too much and I was a bit worried about it. And I said, look, I'm drinking about 2 or 3 bottles of red wine a week, and the government, I think it's 14 units for men, which is only like 2 glasses a night or something like that. But when you think about it, 2 glasses of red wine. I'm not talking a big big glass. I don't drink out of a big glass. I only use a small glass, and I find it enough. And I actually find that saying that red wine is good for the heart is true. Because I've been drinking red wine now for years, and sometimes I actually feel better after the red wine. So, maybe 1 or 2 glasses of red wine at night, just to sort of relax you. And not only that, there's, oh God, I don't even know the name. It's like I can't even remember the name for it, but there is a substance within red wine that actually does help the heart. So there it is, a wee glass of, and relax, and do have somebody to talk to as well. That's what I like about this channel that I've created here, because there's things that I'm telling you folks that I don't tell my family, and you need someone to talk to share things with. And that's why, if you've got a YouTube account, please subscribe to my channel, leave a few comments, and tell me what you think after your heart attack. Are you afraid of having a second heart attack? even 13 years later, I would be sort of worried. Well, I am worried sort of having a second heart attack because, well, you know, if I'm in my late 80s or early 90s, I'll not really bother because, you know, it'll give me another sort of 25 years of life, you know. So the more life expectancy that you have, the better. So, you know, that's my main thing. So I'll go through them again for you, right? Take your medicine, right? Simple as that there. It really is simple. Exercise, okay? You've got the different types of exercise. You've got sort of like aerobic exercise, like a sort of cycling, sort of walking, running, stuff like that there. And then you've got the weights, you know, sort of strengthening the body, because you do need to strengthen that heart. You know, it is a muscle. There's a heart. It's a heart muscle. You know, so you need to increase that, strengthen it. So if you do have a second heart attack, that is a good strong muscle to protect you. You know, because the figures out lately were that 90% of people that have a heart attack actually survive. Back in the 70s, when my dad had the heart attack, now this is stats going back just a couple of years ago. It's actually improved. It used to be 70%. It's gone up to about 90% that survive a heart attack. But back in my dad's day, if you took a heart attack, 7 out of 10 people died. And I mean, that's 1976. So it just shows you the improvement that has come in the last sort of 40, I'm going to work it out, 40 something years. But, you know, it's immense how much we have improved. You know, take a medicine, get the exercise, stay hydrated, get yourself a wee hobby to occupy your mind. Your mental health is important too. So, you know, get that sorted as well. And I think that's a good thing of what I've said already that will help, you know, prevent a second heart attack. And what more can I say? But please subscribe to my channel. Hit the wee bell so that you're kept up to date of notifications of my future videos, because I intend to do a lot more, because I really enjoy this now. You know, I feel like I am talking to other people that are sort of in the same situation, and I do like getting the comments, and I really would like to get more comments back from you. But stay safe and enjoy your Sunday. I will be back on Tuesday about 3 o'clock with another video. But thank you very much. I hope my advice has been of some help to you. And if you're sort of getting an operation in the hospital, excuse me, if you've had your first heart attack and you're sort of worried about, how long am I going to live? Try not to. Just follow the simple rules. That's basically my saying in life now. Follow the simple rules, because they are simple rules, and they're simple rules that can save your life. So that's the rules. They're there for you to follow. Follow them, please. You take care, and I'll talk to you on Tuesday. Thank you. Bye-bye.